What's going on, everyone? Solidus Links back once again for part 10 of the Dead Rising Infinity Mode series on PS4. We've hit the double digits now. Woohoo!
The double digits.
The double. So, this episode is going to be very exciting because we've got... Well, first of all, we hit the 5th day. We got 5-day Survivor, as you've no doubt seen in my post-production editing skills that I just showcased in front of you, in front of your...
I didn't see nothing.
In front of your face, as in the viewer's face, not as in Brett's face.
Way to break the walls.
So here's what we're gonna do. First thing, I'm actually gonna What the hell? The convicts do respawn? No way!
Maybe they take... When did they first spawn?
They first spawn on the 2nd day, and
So
then
maybe they take
they'll...
free.
I guess they just keep... Maybe they do respawn after 24 hours, and I just wasn't aware of that. Well...
I feel like it was more than a day when you killed them.
I don't know. Anyways, we'll let them keep driving in front of that tree, because they seem pretty content to be doing that in the background. So anyways, as I was saying earlier, this episode's going to be very fun, because we are going to be going after... How many times can I say going in one sentence? I'm going to be going after 4, I believe. Yes, looking at my computer. 4 survivors. 2 of them are psychopaths. One of them being Joe, the fat cop, who really likes to beat up other women. And Kent, the psycho photographer, who appears at the beginning of the game in 72-hour mode. They both drop free food items, so... The next video will probably take place a long time into the future, but we'll see about that, because there's actually a fun psychopath we could fight at 5 days and 7 hours. Get off of me, please. Thank you. So we're going to head straight to Wonderland Plaza, and Joe is going to be waiting for us at the lovely fashion house. So, while we were waiting for some time to pass in between videos, because that's what often happens... me and Brett, were talking about the upcoming Aladdin movie that is being produced by Disney, the live-action version. And since we were on the topic of discussion for animated movies and shows like Disney's Mickey Mouse and Looney Tunes, or Warner Brothers...
Warner Brothers, I love it.
I'm never going to get that word out of my head now. Warner Brothers Looney Tunes. Since we were on that topic... I figured the live-action Aladdin movie... I'm gonna take care of Joe first.
Joe.
Some pro AI right here, guys. Let me tell you that. Ah! No! No! The stun gun's mean. Very mean. There we go. So, back to what I was talking about earlier. The Aladdin movie trailer, or teaser trailer rather, came out recently, and... not doing so well. It's not really in the favor of public opinion in a positive light. Not many people are liking it, Brett.
No?
No. I mean, it's not like we were asking for...
I wasn't liking it.
You weren't liking it? Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that earlier in between takes and all that. For what it's worth, I was actually quite excited about that movie. I was very excited to see how it would turn out, and then... we saw Genie at the end of that trailer. Brett hadn't even seen the trailer. I had to show it to him in between takes when filming videos here. And, oh my god, is that computer generation so bad.
Genie, wishes, lamb, none of that ringing a bell.
First time I watched that trailer, I literally gasped. Like, I felt like I lost breath in my lungs and had to regain my oxygen levels, because that's how hard I got. I literally could not believe what I was seeing on my screen. I had to pause the video mid-frame and laugh my ass off and get all the emotions I was feeling before I was like, what? Like, that's literally what I said. What? Over and over and over again. Like, how could they do that to that character?
Exactly.
Like, without mentioning the fact that it was originally played by Robin Williams,
What just happened there?
What do you mean?
What did you do? Did you go into a mirror?
There's a shortcut up here to the vent. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah, in story mode, it stays locked until Survivor shows you. But in Infinity mode, it remains open all the time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, what I was mentioning earlier about Aladdin was I couldn't believe what they did to the Genie character. Like, without mentioning the fact that Robin Williams played Genie in the original movie, who's by far one of the most amazing actors who's ever lived. You know, it's just like, why would they make him to be so cartoony if everything else in the movie, based on what we saw in the trailer, is so realistic?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Iago is a realistic-looking parrot in the trailer.
I'm excited to see what it looks like when he talks, and that's something I'm mad about.
Well, yeah, because Gilbert Gottfried was just such a troll when he played that character in the original. It was just so much fun to listen to him banter.
Oh, that's who it was. I totally didn't even put that together.
Yeah, the comedian
But
Gilbert.
yeah, it definitely is it.
And then there was the monkey, of course. He looked pretty realistic in the trailer as well. So it made no sense at all to make Genie blue in a live-action feature, especially when he looks as weird enough as is without the blue tint. Like, that's literally the icing on the crap cake that is that Genie character. Like, I just could not believe what I was seeing. So I'm wandering aimlessly right now because I keep talking about the Genie. So we're trying to look for Kent here, and I just realized he's not in this section of Paradise Plaza. He's in the warehouse.
You goof.
So we're going to go down here this way. Because that is what we do. So,
Josh is...
you had a story that you wanted to tell me about squash pie. Now, I have no idea what the context is behind the squash pie. I'm very eager to hear what it is because it sounds important if you want to dedicate enough time to talk about something
That's in
that...
less than a minute.
Well, I mean, it just sounds so out of place compared to what everyone else is doing up in here.
So, you were like... I love how that zombie's messing that up. No, you were like, squash. I'm not going to talk about squash. I'm like, I'll talk about squash.
And I was just like, all right, we're going to talk about squash. And then you specifically said squash pie. And then here, speaking of pie, here we go. We're going to have this right here. See, this game, it's on our wavelength.
Well, that's the only time I've ever had any form of squash, is in squash pie. I do believe.
I seriously did not even know that was a thing. Look at this guy. Look what he's doing. Oh, he lost a leg, that's why. Yes, I have had pumpkin pie.
So it's the same thing.
Albeit not really authentic. Like, it's always stuff that you can get pre-made at a grocery store. Actually, no, I've had my mother's pumpkin pie. It's pretty good.
It's usually just pureed with a few little spices, or, some cinnamon or whatever. I guess that's the spice.
For the longest time, I thought pumpkin pie was going to be gross until I actually ate it. Because when I heard a pumpkin pie, I was like, oh, Jesus, my God.
Gotcha.
No, actually, that's what I said whenever I first ate pumpkin pie. Oh my God, it's so good! But no, when I first heard of the idea of eating pumpkin pie, my thought goes all to those orange guts that you normally see inside of a pumpkin that does not taste at all like an actual slice of pumpkin pie does.
And they taste terrible.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, like pumpkin by itself is pretty gross, to say the least. But then when my mom made it, I was like, well, my mom put the effort into making it, so I guess I should have some. And then when I had some, I was like, what just happened to my taste buds? Like, it was one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten.
That was some unlucky spread when you shot that girl, and it didn't hit the guy behind her.
Really?
You didn't see it? Like, it didn't get both, it went right around him.
Huh.
Almost like if someone tried to shot, I don't know, a good example, Eli in the Book of Eli. You know how, like, you just couldn't shoot them? It almost was like that.
Are you talking about the movie with Denzel?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't think of another example of when someone would try and shoot someone and it just, like, wouldn't work. Like, the bullets would just go around them.
Huh. Alright, so,
You'll see it in post.
yeah, I have no doubt.
Oh, yeah, but squash pie. So, like, I don't know, it's nothing special. My family never really spiced it up too much. Like, pumpkin spice pies, those are usually a lot more cinnamony.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what I didn't expect from pumpkin pie was the taste of
sugar.
cinnamon and sugar, of course, but specifically cinnamon, which I absolutely adore. I love cinnamon.
Well, it goes so well. It really works well together.
Oh yeah, big time. But what were you saying about squash? Like, are there
Well,
any?
my family didn't really put that much cinnamon on it. We just used like equal parts pie and whipped cream. So if you had like 1 inch pie, you'd be putting an inch of whipped cream on top of that bad boy.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much eat anything with an inch of whipped cream on it.
Yeah, it just pretty much masks it out.
Yeah. But it's good, It's it's pureed kind of stuff, so you kind of just, you don't even need to chew it, you just kind of mash it together.
What specific contexts have you had where you've eaten squash pie? Have you eaten it more than once?
Oh
first of
yeah,
all?
it's a big thing in my family. Like every fall, we'll probably end up like over the course of fall and winter, up until and after around Christmas time, we'd probably like have half a dozen pies.
So basically, it's a holiday tradition.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Well, that's when they're for sale, after the fall, because they get harvested at the end of fall before it freezes.
oh, the squashes themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. Does your mother make them?
Yeah. Mom makes them. Grams used to make them.
Yeah. See, my
I
mother.
think Joel got the recipe this past year to start passing it on.
Oh, I see.
I'm not a big fan, but
Joel is Brett's brother, in case you guys weren't aware.
there's some context.
Yeah. So my mother loves to make
you
desserts.
Didn't pound. You're supposed to pound there.
Well, see, the railing messed up my vibe. It
You
bamboozled
pounded
me.
too soon.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when you pound them too soon?
Don't just hate when you're pounding it. Pounding it. Pounding it. That's what Jim Sterling loves to do. Jim Sterling loves to do that in his videos in the background.
Yeah.
I stood there way too long trying to pull off that joke. And it probably is going to sound terrible through my microphone. So I apologize for scarring some of you guys.
You'll have to lower the volume 80%.
Probably. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in post.
Nope.
But what I was going to say is my mother loves to make desserts. Like, she's always been a big dessert person, but she's never really stuck to one specific tradition every year. Like, it always seems to be something different. But if she always notices if there's something we really like, she'll often make it a lot of times, regardless of what time of the year it is. One dessert that she's fond of making, and I'm pretty sure you've had it once or twice, is her cookie cake.
I was just going to say, it's that cookie thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's so good.
She just made it. She only started making it like over the past year or so. But oh my goodness, it is the most divine thing ever. So basically, its foundations are a layer of cookie crumbs with chocolate chips in them, and then there's whipped cream on the top part, and then in the middle, there's like layers of pudding and a few other things in between. It's mostly pudding and whipped cream, and man, let me tell you, those cookie crumbs, they make that thing. Like, I've always been a cookie person.
Same.
Love cookies. So, I'm ranting and raving and trying to get to the next survivor. The last one we're going to go after in this video is... Let me look at my schedule here. Oh, we got to go down the tunnels. So we got to go to the meat area first, and then we'll go to a storage area of sorts. Oh, I just remembered another blue movie that we got to talk about, Brett. Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a live-action Sonic the Adventure movie. Sonic the Adventure? What the hell is that? I'm having flashbacks to Sonic Adventure 2 and really want to play that game again. What I meant to say was Sonic the Hedgehog, not the Adventure.
Well,
No.
he probably has an adventure in the movie, so...
Oh yeah, but in this case we're talking about the Hedgehog. So there's a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie coming out. I'm just going to check my map to make sure I'm not getting lost.
Like, even saying that sounds so ridiculous to me.
And then
It sounds just...
there's an image that Sega released, or Paramount, I guess, since Paramount's producing the movie. They released this image of what it's obviously Sonic the Hedgehog, He's got these like weird buff arms and buff legs. You can't really see his face because it's blacked out. Reasonably so, because they probably didn't want to pull off a genie, a la Aladdin. But that image was released.
What does she have?
A golf club.
Oh yeah.
That image was released much earlier than the trailer for Aladdin. That image was released much earlier. But something I wanted to tell you in this video, because I didn't want to spoil it behind the scenes, because I wanted to get your genuine reaction to it. Do you want to guess who is playing Dr. Robotnik in the live-action Sonic movie?
Will Smith.
Nope.
No, actually, let me guess though.
Yeah, I'll give you a sec. Or Dr. Eggman, depending on how you want to interpret it.
Eggman always bothered me.
Yeah. I always preferred Robotnik too.
Same. It's just such a good villain name.
Yeah. And I always loved how he was portrayed in the old school cartoon series.
Yeah, same.
It's a terrible cartoon series, but I don't care. I still love it.
I don't even see how it's terrible.
Chili dogs. That's all you have to say. And then the memes start coming and coming and coming and coming.
They just don't stop.
So, have you decided who acts as Robotnik?
No, who is it?
It is none other than Jim Carrey.
Oh my, really?
Yep, Jim Carrey plays Robotnik.
Whoa.
Or will be playing Robotnik. I'm gonna have to see if there's any... Wow, that was some pro animation right there in that table. I'm gonna have to see if there's any official pictures released by Sega. Just to see if there's like any...
I'm gonna do that right now.
Oh, he's doing detective work behind the scenes, folks. Watch out.
Sonic.
Alright, so that's all 4 of the survivors that we can take care of right now for this time code. The next time that we go at it, we're going to be hopefully 5 days and 7 hours. My goodness, I'm being very bad right now. 5 days... What were you climbing on, Frank? Behave yourself. So 5 days and 7 hours will be when the next group of survivors will spawn. So we're going to take a break from here and then we'll return later. So in the meantime, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay tuned for the next part.